Hey, this is BA and welcome to WD Gann Pathways. Gann used primarily two systems. The first system combines planets with numbers, and the second system uses just numbers. The goal of this video is to look into both systems and make an argument for a particular path, which is based on observance of those whom I have personally known to succeed over the last 20 years. Both systems can be found in Gann's book, The Tunnel Through the Air, which I hold out as the most valuable book ever written on financial markets. The planetary system that uses certain numbers to operate is described in the book by certain airships. Its advantages are that it is far easier to understand and apply from the Tunnel book. From page 287 of Tunnel. Before venturing to the land, Captain Gordon ascended to great height, circled the sky to see if there were any more enemy ships in sight, which might endanger his life. Finding the air clear, he immediately radioed the news with his pocket radio to Captain Kenilworth, who was in station at San Diego. The news was quickly flashed to General Pearson's headquarters. On examination, they found that the giant ship was a mother ship more than 600 feet long, bearing the name of Tokyo J-1, and that it carried 25 bombing planes of the most modern type with collapsible wings and equipped with powerful searchlights carrying bombs and poisonous gases. It was estimated that more than 100 officers and aviators were on board the airship when it fell. All were killed but two. Now see, this is important information here. Here we have the airship. Now what happened, for those of you unfamiliar with tunnel, is Robert Gordon sailed, which is our hero, sailed over the Tokyo J-1 and dropped his bombs and just blew it right out of the sky. Okay, then he analyzes it, 600 feet long. Well, that's probably of importance, I would say. Okay, collapsible. Now, this is not the only place the word collapsible appears in the book. And of those of you that are familiar with my other videos, know where that collapsible goes. See, and Tunnel's a book of connections. What can we connect collapsible with, you see? The planetary system requires a basic understanding of math and how to work with an ephemeris. I personally use SolarFire software and export the data from there for the ephemeris. Okay, SolarFire has a unique function, and I just go out and dump it into a file and then transfer that to Excel, and I have all the ephemerises that I need. And I don't work for SolarFire, and I don't sell SolarFire, so I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just saying I use it. Gann had different cycles which he used to reinforce each other. These are what George Baer talks about in his Handbook of Trend Determination. And he combines those with the moon cycles. And by moon cycles, I don't mean full moons or eclipses. Those aren't the moon cycles I'm talking about. W.D. Gann's price systems also use the planets to square out with price, as I have shown in some of my videos. Gann had multiple confirming price systems, 3 on the planetary level. These 3 will harmonize, as he said, or equate to about the same price levels. They will reinforce each other. See, you don't just use, if you're Gann trading, you don't just use one system. You get all 3 to line up. You got it, man. You got it. And that's that's essentially how he can make those calls like, we won't touch, this or that, U.S. Steel won't touch 161. Well, that's how. There was supreme resistance right below that. The drawdowns on the planetary system is that it's cumbersome, especially in today's modern world. It takes time to update the spreadsheets, etc. Of course, the work is worth it. The system will not work at all for intraday trading, okay? And that's kind of tough for intraday traders, and I know some. And because they have to come up this planetary route, well, I believe they have to come up this planetary route, which won't work for them intraday, to get to the other. We'll get to that. Once the seeker has Gann's planetary system fully operational, she will then gradually move into the system that uses just numbers, primarily at first to save time. Hybrids. In the beginning, she, meaning the seeker, will use both systems together to kind of reinforce each other. Later, the shift will be to use the just number system exclusively. There are certain elements that you will pick up in working with the planetary system that will greatly aid you in understanding the just number system. I'm going to repeat that because that is such crucial, vital information. I mean, why not skip the planetary system and go straight to, go straight to just the just number system? Well, that's kind of like graduating high school and skipping college and just going to work being a doctor, okay? It's just not going to work, you see. There are certain elements that you will pick up in working with the planetary system that will greatly aid you in understanding the just number system. Tunnels written in layers like an onion, and Gann wants you to unpeel it one layer at a time. I have known over the years, and this is so true, many who have searched out the just number system without first understanding fully the planetary system. In each case of these individuals, I have never witnessed anyone succeed, not ever. Those I have seen succeed in the field always, in every case, first had the planetary system operational first before going after the just number system. And, I don't know everyone in the world, obviously, but this is 20 years of experience talking, guys. This just number system is also in tunnel and requires an advanced understanding of Gann's coding techniques, usually picked up through an understanding of the planetary coding technique. One thing leads to another. Okay, I want to make a lot of money watching YouTube videos overnight. Yeah, well, good luck with that, because it just ain't going to happen. From page 229 in Tunnel, Robert soon went to work on a new invention and perfected a machine to read the minds of people a short distance away, and also a machine which he named the Tell Talk. This machine was made on the principle of a radio by raising it and lowering it at certain angles. It would record all the conferences in the different buildings in Wall Street. Robert also used this machine to get reports on all the conferences of the big manipulators. He knew that manipulators in Wall Street suspected that in some way he understood their plans, as he was making money too fast, and they were conspiring to find a way to get him. Now, wait a minute. We all know Gann used angles, okay? And the Gann gurus are going to be foaming at the mouth, frothing at the mouth when I read this slide. But let me tell you something here. He's saying by raising it and lowering it at certain angles. He's not using the angles, okay? He's using his machine, the teletalk, which is raised and lowered at certain angles. And that is so critical. And that's where everyone's going wrong. That's going down this, it's got to be in the geometry path. It's just not going to work, okay? You have to, if you really want truth, you have to roll up your sleeves and put in some time. The advantages of this system, it's a huge time saver, a shortcut, if you will, and it also catches the bigger moves more accurately. This system was what Gann used for his intraday operations. So again, there's that intraday word. Like I said, these guys and I know intraday traders that use the just number system, but they had to come up the planetary route first, okay, to learn those techniques, and then they moved into the just number system and got to it. That's the pathway that I'm arguing I feel is the best. There really is no disadvantage to this system, with the exception is it's extremely difficult to understand through Gann's Tunnel book. However, That is the only place you can really find it. I've been around. I know what's out there. The only place it is would be in the Tunnel Through the Air book. Okay? The only place it is in the Tunnel Through the Air book. Period. You're not going to be able to buy anything on it, you see. A note on software. Gann systems are not in any publicly available software, so forget it. Many go out and spend heaps of money on sophisticated software. I believe this is the wrong path as well. I use the ephemeris files from SolarFire, along with basic Excel, or Excel type of a spreadsheet. I also use the free version of NinjaTrader, which you see in some of my videos. I am not associated in any way with any of these. It's just what I personally use. I'm not trying to sell it to you. Okay, I could care less if you buy it or not. I'm just explaining to you what I personally use. Okay, very important. If you've gained insight from my video, subscribe so you can get the latest on my free market calls, forecast, commentary, and teachings. Knowledge is priceless. Hey, this is BA reminding you you can succeed. Take care. Bye-bye.